welcome to another episode of Ginger Force Apocalypse, the podcast. I'm Britt Rochelle.
And I'm Muffin.
And it's another week in gaming. By the time this airs, this actually should be, either the end of December or early January. And we've got a question in the chat because we do live stream these episodes now. So if you're not following any of my live streaming, platforms, you should definitely start doing that so you can see things live as they happen. And Drago just followed me, which I'm very grateful and excited for. And he's wondering what my favorite game is. And Muffins too, I'm sure. And so we'll start by saying...
I already know.
Say it for me.
Something either Spyro or fucking... I don't know. Animal Crossing.
You would be correct. It's a tie between Kingdom Hearts 2 and Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. But Kingdom Hearts 2 is just a perfect game all around. I'm going to say it. What about you, Muffin? What's your favorite game?
I don't have a favorite game.
Not even Destiny? The one you spent hours of playtime and hundreds of dollars on?
I didn't spend that much time on it. Just because you said something. I'm going to look at my time.
Alright, you've been playing for 14 years-ish?
Yeah, when it first came out.
So yeah.
2012.
So yeah, 13 years. So yeah, I'd imagine you could have quite the amount of play in there. I don't know why Oakley is acting like he's the most tired, worn out puppy ever, because... Okay, so I got a little bit sick yesterday. He sleeps with me at night. He takes naps on me constantly. He napped with me yesterday when I was feeling under the weather, and he slept with me again when, I overslept today. I slept way too much. And now he's just like, I'm so tired. I've had such a long day. I ran around, and I ate some food. I'm dead.
I have played 83 days, 19 hours, and 47 minutes.
That's a long time.
But that's only on Xbox.
Again, so you see my point. But I don't have a favorite game.
I don't. That doesn't make it a favorite game.
What game did you enjoy the most then? What game are you like, man, you know what I could use another playthrough of? This game.
I mean, there's Minecraft.
That's true. Minecraft is a good, solid, stable favorite.
But other than that, I don't have a favorite game. Fair
enough. Oh, Sonic Heroes is pretty up there for me too, but I haven't played that game in, 20 years. No, it hasn't been 20 years. It hasn't been that long, but it's still been 10 to 12 years I haven't played that game. Actually, I just need to bug up and find a copy on eBay, because they're on there. They're not even that expensive. I also want to copy... it's a
Why
really...
not just, pirate it. Use an emulator.
Because I don't want to use an emulator. I have a PlayStation. I want to play it on original hardware, like the good old days.
So in total, between Destiny 2 and Destiny 1... 1,325 hours and 29 minutes. I am part of the top 5%.
I'm proud of you, Muffin. Yeah, I could have guessed that, Yoav, but no, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is a good contender for favorite game. Again, I still haven't played it very much, but I did enjoy my playtime. I'm just bad at it.
She's really bad at it.
I'm so bad at it. Oh my god. Though, actually, I'm gonna mute my face for a little bit because I want to get up and grab the game that I just played the other day on original hardware on Steam. What do you mean by favorite hubs? I don't know. Hey, Zay, welcome, and thank you for the roses. We will have, and 11 SpongeBobs, and 3, I don't know what those are, but they're gifts, so thank you so much for all the gifts, my guy.
Pretty sure he's just sending all of them. Good God, what are you doing?
I'm here for it. I appreciate it, and you know what? It helps feed Oakley, so thank you from him as well. Was that a Santa Dino? a bunch of GGs, more SpongeBob's. Yeah,
it says Tiny Christmas. More SpongeBob.
Thank you. And Briggy's here as well, but Zay is really going overboard with the gifts, and I'm here for it. Thank you. If you don't follow me already, you should definitely follow, because we do this stream every week, except for next week because it's Christmas. I don't know.
To follow both of us.
Yep, go follow Muffin Sincere on all of our platforms. Give me a follow on all mine as well. It's free. But, yeah, I still, again, those gifts. Thanks, ma'am. That's really cool of you. Thank you!
Let's see. Let's do a little bit of math here.
A little bit of math? What kind of math are you doing?
In total, he just handed out 66 gifts.
Thank you. I appreciate all the 66 gifts that you gave me. But yeah, so in terms of gaming this week, first, I yap a lot, so I want to know what gaming Muffin has done in his free time, because the favorite things we like to do in our free time is probably gaming, but I don't know what, I'm building Legos. I don't have many Lego sets, but I have a few.
I played Dragon Ball Z, The Legacy of Goku 2.
Yes.
On my little Game Boy.
Hell yeah.
I even took an emulator, like handheld, to work, because I was getting an hour and a half lunch yesterday.
Nice.
And I spent the whole hour and a half playing the game.
Solid.
Without cheating, by the way.
Good Muffin. No cheating.
Because, emulators allow cheats. But I found a bunch of shaders and a bunch of overlays, so it made it look like it's off of like an old Game Boy.
Nice.
It even had the little badge at the bottom that said Game Boy Advance.
Cute.
It was nice. Other than that, pretty much no gaming.
Well, you got your Dragon Ball Z in, so that's important. Let's see. Well,
I try to get a lot more gaming in, but
I get it. I mean, hell, maybe you'll get some gaming in this holiday season. Who knows? Because, hang on a minute. So, I know we're not GFAPing next week because it's Christmas. What about the week after for New Year's Day? Will we be fapping?
I don't know.
Okay, well, just keep me updated. Again, it's not urgent. Anyways, so I'm gonna work backwards because clearly, again, I stream for a living, so it's pretty cool. But again, we're working on getting that. Muffin just needs some more followers. He got this. I got your mouth. Sorry.
Hey, at 500 followers, I'll be giving away a water cooler.
Hell yeah.
I still have that one that I had set up my giveaway for, like, last year.
Just let's get Muffin up to 500.
I'm only at like 370 something.
Woo! But let's see. Yesterday I gamed a bit more on my Switch Lite. I'm trying to get off my phone as much as I can. Because I'm already on it enough for, work and general communications. Though I'm glad I've been on it a lot because non-gaming related. I've got a couple girly friend dates set up for this weekend. Actually, I've got one today, tomorrow. I don't know if I have one Saturday, but I have one Monday. So the girlies are wanting to hang out, and I'm here for it. But no, I digress. My actual gaming I got on yesterday, I got a couple levels into Super Mario Brothers Wonder, which is a game a fella, I think Happy Jack, shouting him out on my OnlyFriends account. He sent it to me from my Amazon wishlist. I've been playing it. It's actually a lot of fun. I also did get on Animal Crossing for a little bit, but again, that's more getting on Animal Crossing at this point, because I already have my island pretty much how I want it. Getting on it lately has just been kind of maintenance and getting into the holiday stuff. So I caught a couple snowflakes. I built a perfect snow pal, which I'm very proud of, because so in Animal Crossing during the wintertime, little snowballs will spawn on the ground, and you basically can kick it around for a little bit until it's big enough to push, and then it gets bigger, obviously, as you push it, and if you stack one snowball of certain sizes on top of the other, it builds a snow pal, and that's a good way to get DIY recipes for the season. And I remember last year, I was really disheartened and I decided Snow Pals, because I don't like them anymore, because they're very picky about their head to body ratio. So, like, if the head's a little bit too small, they'll complain about it, and they'll be like, they'll get sassy. They'll go, I guess you can have a DIY recipe, but you really should do better next time at making me. And they're kind of, I'm just gonna say brats about it. Very bratty Snow Pals. But last night, I made my first Snow Pal of the season, and he started really gassing me up. He came to life and went, oh my god, you did such a good job. My body's not too big. My head's the right proportion. You did amazing. Here, have this DIY recipe and a large snowflake so that you can make it. Oh my god, I'm so happy. And I was like, yay. But so I caught a couple snowflakes. I did not participate in the fishing competition. Again, this is when I was still sick, so I was like, ugh. But I got on there for a little bit when that wasn't stimulating me enough mentally. I'm like, let's play some Super Mario Brothers Wonder. So I played that for a little bit. I got way too easy with Yoshi, so I started playing as Toadette. Also, Yoshi can't use the power-ups, which I think is kind of lame, but whatever. Oh, what did I do? Again, I did have to cancel WoW Wednesday because I got sick, and again, my guild leader's been sick, so it's been a couple weeks since we've, played WoW, but hopefully we'll get on it next week for the holiday season. It's the Feast of Winter Veil. Oh, Tuesday was Doomsday, right? So I already beat Doom last week, but I ended up playing it again this week because I kind of felt like I cheated myself, because in Doom Eternal, if you lose against a boss enough times, it'll offer you Sentinel armor, which is just kind of extra protection. You don't take as much damage. And so when I beat the boss with the Sentinel armor, I was like, well, I just kind of feel like I cheated. And it didn't feel as satisfactory because I just kind of got handheld through it. So I loaded up my save. I played through the final stage again. No Sentinel armor. And I actually beat it, not the first part, but the second part after so at the end of Doom Eternal, which you played Doom Eternal, yeah? So when you're beating the Icon of Sin, it's covered in a lot of armor, and you have to, shred down its armor first. On the second stage, you shred down him. It took me a couple tries to shred down the armor, but the second stage actually beat my first try, so I was like, yay. But then thank you. So that took me about 2 hours, and my streams are about 4 hours long, so I thought, what the hell do I do with the other 2 hours? And I decided to boot up my PlayStation, and for the first time ever, play some Duke Nukem. Time to kill.
Wow.
It's hard. I've not even gotten past the first stage yet. But it just made me think of, we could talk about this in another episode, but games nowadays, they've got nothing on the difficulty levels of this one. Though, to be fair, this game probably has the best intro sequence I've ever seen. Have you played Duke Nukem Time to Kill?
No.
No, I think you'd like it. So, the opening sequence is, I think this is like the third game in the series. So the start of this one goes right off the end of the last one, whether it be the first or the second, I don't know. But he has finished his mission. He has, done the thing. He's won the game. So he's going to celebrate by having a couple drinks at the local strip club. And it's got this badass opening song, and he's trying to enjoy himself and look at some pretty ladies up on stage, when boom, more aliens come in. And this is very the game came out in 1998, so the police that you fight, it's definitely making fun of the LAPD because their vests say lard. And they are actual pigs. So awesome. It's pretty awesome. So you have to fight them, and then there's lizard people, which, by the way, he has the best one-liners ever. That is one thing I'll say he has over Doom Guys. Doom Guy doesn't have many one-liners because Doom Guy doesn't really talk. He rips and tears. He talks with his hands. But, so Duke Nukem says things like, "Take that, you overgrown gecko. Smells like bacon's on the menu," and stuff like that. even better, like, the SAS starts at the beginning of the game, not just, like, the opening sequence, but the difficulty levels, you know, you have easy, normal, hard, and you know, like, challenge mode. But that's not how it's described. So the difficulty settings when you start the game as a one-player mode are and as follows: Wussy, Get Some, Let's Go, or Death Wish.
All right.
Oh my god. Or my personal favorite, let me find this 2-player mayhem. Hang on, let me find I'm trying to find where it's at, because you can remap the buttons. And there's just funny... The flavor text in this is unmatched, honestly. Kudos to people who actually had fun making these little manuals, because they're basically non-existent nowadays. Really upsets me, actually. Here we go. Default control mapping. All of the non-movement controls can be remapped if you don't think we did a good enough job for you. Just choose controller from the options menu. Oops. No, it's not. Let's see. I'm just skimming through real quick, see if there's anything else that's... Here we go. So you can... there are gore settings as well, because this is a rated M for mature game. It's very bloody. But you can choose between lots, some, or none. And so in case your delicate sensibilities are troubled by gore, this adjusts the amount of graphic blood in the game.
I didn't realize how gory Duke Nukem was.
It's pretty balls to the wall. You can tell this was made for gamer boys by gamer boys, and I'm here for it. No, Duke Nukem's pretty hardcore. But as hardcore as it can be with those classic PS2 graphics, but actually they still hold up pretty well. They're not like... Have you ever seen the original graphics for Final Fantasy VII?
No.
Well, have you seen the recent updated graphics for Final Fantasy anything? Like, no. Thanks for the early birthday wishes, Zen. And I'm gonna have to send you more Final Fantasy VII memes because you gotta know. But basically, so in the newer Final Fantasy games, including the Final Fantasy VII remaster, let's use Cloud Strife as a perfect example, you know? Main character energy. He looks like, in the new games, the sexiest anime boy you've ever seen. He's got the muscles, he's got the Buster Sword, he's got, you know, a nice sleek face, the hair is sharp and detailed. But if you look at the original release of Final Fantasy VII, he is very polygonal. His shoulders are actual spheres with, like, stick arms and, you know, the classic... you know, character hands with no fingers except for the lines. So his hands kind of just look like this. And then, you know, when he runs like this. And they're still amazing. I am not knocking down old school graphics. I think... I'm not even trying to... I don't even mean it in, like, a... what's it called? A very patronizing, if they did their best with what they had kind of way. I'm just like, it's called an art style. Deal with it. It's cool. It's a good game. From what I know. I still haven't played it, but that's one of my New Year's resolutions is play Final Fantasy VII.
All right.
Oh, I did last Saturday. I streamed. It was like my longest stream ever. I streamed for like 9 hours on Sunday because I got home from church and it was, you know, it's my... Oh, Saturday I slept through my stream because I don't remember why. But, I was like, you know... I'd already beaten the Bard's Tale, which is amazing. I'm not spoiling any of the endings. There's like 3 different endings you can get, and they're all amazing. But the Bard's Tale's great. Highly recommend it. It is actually on Game Pass if y'all want to play it. I played it on PC. I think I paid like $3 for it because I didn't realize it was on Game Pass. But I digress yet again. But so I'd already beaten the Bard's Tale, and I missed my my Kingdom Hearts stream on Saturday. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna make up for it today. Sunday's my long day, anyways. I have a 6-hour block set aside for streaming that day. So we're gonna get into some Kingdom Hearts. I'm working my way through Birth by Sleep. I'd already beaten Terra's storyline, and Saturday I beat Ventus's storyline. The Vanitas fight is actually pretty intense. Great challenge. Absolutely loved it, except for the end part. The end part, well, the last part of it is like, well, you can't block, for one. They take away your block moves. It's just pure attack and, I guess, dodge. So, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't use any of my attack moves. There's this thing called a shot lock mechanic, where you lock onto your target, and whether it's Flame Salvo or Pulse Bomb, basically you lock onto it, and you can shoot a bunch of things at him at once, and you get that throughout the game. So I shot locked him so that I could trigger the best way I can describe it is from Harry Potter, the Priori Incantatem, when Harry and Voldemort shoot their spells at each other, and it kind of goes like this. Like, you have to fight against each other with your magic. It's like that. Yeah. It's like that, but against Vanitas. And once you beat him, or stun him, knock him, daze him, whatever it is. No, like beat him, like defeat him. Once you defeat him or get him stunned, there's this final move called Last Word. And you hit X, and it's supposed to be... Right, pretty much. And it's supposed to be this big epic thing, and he's like the big, defeat him. But if you're not close enough to him, it'll miss.
Hell yeah.
And then your shot lock isn't as powerful, because you have to be at max focus to get better shot lock, so I died multiple times to that. And it was really upsetting. And even people in the chat were like, yeah, that's the most annoying part of the fight. Congratulations, you got there. So I did eventually beat it. So I've now complete. So the way Birth by Sleep is set up, instead of one long game like the first two, I keep wanting to say Final Fantasy, it's Kingdom Hearts. The first two Kingdom Hearts solely follows Sora, Donald, and Goofy, and a little bit Roxas, but mostly Sora. But they're basically the same person anyways. So I guess my statement's still correct. Gotta love Kingdom Hearts. But mainly follows one character as they go through the storyline. Birth by Sleep is set up as 3 separate long-form games, because it's the same story, but from different perspectives. Yeah, I love that. If you can't de-hand them, you must defeat them. Anyway, but so it follows Terra, Ventus, and Aqua. They're 3 best friends training to be Keyblade Masters, and they're like, let's never separate. And literally the game opens with, we're best friends and we've got the same dream. Let's never separate. They get immediately separated, and the narration says, I think by Aqua, says, and that was the last time we'd ever be in the same place at the same time. Like, it's really tragic, actually. So I'm playing through Aqua's storyline right now, and she's a little bit OP. She's like, she, for one, is, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't played Kingdom Hearts 2, but it is revealed early in the story. Aqua and Terra go up against each other. They're basically in the same trial for Keyblade Master. Ventus is just a small boy, so he's not in the running yet. He's still like a Padawan, I guess would be the way to put it.
A Padawan.
I know, I'm mixing IPs like crazy. But, so Ventus is not in the running yet. He's still a wee baby. And, well, not a wee baby, but you know what I mean. He is like 16. Yeah, Donald's, okay, so that's the other interesting thing. Donald's not actually in it as much. Like, he's there. You can de-link with him, which is a whole other thing I won't get into right now, but you can de-link with Donald Duck, but you are actually on this adventure alone, which is why I think they give you so many more powers, because it's not just melee and all that. With your buddies backing you up, you've got, you can heal yourself a lot better. You've got, again, de-linking. You've got the shot lock. There's a lot more you can do. I can't remember where I was going with that, but, I'm playing through.
I couldn't tell you either.
Oh yeah, I'm playing through, with Aqua right now. That's what I was going at. She's a little OP with the magic, but that also makes her a little bit squishy and weak. So I'm having to adjust my playstyle a bit, because I just played through with Terra, whose whole main thing is he's slow, but he's strong. Ventus is the more balanced character, which I thought was funny, because I actually mentioned, like, I think I got through this one a lot quicker, and I looked at my playtimes of Terra against Ventus, and I actually finished Terra's storyline, let's say, like 2 hours quicker than with Ventus, but Ventus felt quicker, because I think he is just a lot faster. But I finished Terra in 14 hours, I finished Ventus in almost 16, and I just spent, I think, 2-ish hours on Aqua, so we'll see if I finish any quicker with her. But her magic abilities are pretty awesome, so I just have to basically adjust my playstyle from getting super up close to being giving myself a little bit more distance. And it's an interesting adjustment as you go through the 3 different playstyles.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, it's a great game. I'd put it on par with Kingdom Hearts 2. Like, it's just a good game. Also, you can do different command boards or command tables. You can set up to 3 different command combos that you can kind of cycle through. Like, oh, I'm going up against a guy who I can shred down easily with magic. I'm going to put a bunch of magic commands onto this one. Oh, this one's more melee based. I'm going to, switch to my one that has maybe some magic on it, but mostly my up close, hack and slash attacks. So it's very flexible, and I'm about that life.
I bet you are.
I know you will never play it, but I'm just saying you're missing out on some good games.
Not really.
They're fine. You're right. I stand corrected. You're missing out on some fucking amazing games. Pardon my French.
No.
I've yapped enough about games. Let's get into some news. Yay! Alright, so to start off, we've got... I'm going to adjust this a little bit because I wanted to talk about that a little sooner. Sorry. Alright, here we are. So, Roblox. Disney has revealed why it won't work with Roblox, and the reason isn't exactly surprising. And we've talked about Roblox a couple different times, especially with all the lawsuits and the controversies, let's say, surrounding the game. What used to be... I'm gonna say a little bit stupid looking, but very popular with the kids video game is now a hotbed for, censorship is annoying, but bad things happening. But it says, it's written here on Game Rant by Charming Holiday. As the juggernauts of gaming and entertainment continue to forge new partnerships, Disney has made it clear that they are currently steering clear of any collaborations with the smash hit online sandbox game Roblox amid concerns for child safety. Roblox has rolled out a number of new security features that aim to protect all of its players, but many remain wary about the repeated lawsuits filed against the video game company that accused Roblox of failing to remove predatory users and ensure the youngest fans have a safe place to play in. Some of the newest safety features implemented by Roblox in light of recent litigation include a new facial age estimation program that prevents children from interacting with adults, and an updated game rating system that removed any unrated experiences on the platform. Roblox has acknowledged the concerns shared by parents and stated that it will continue to prioritize user safety, but one particular powerhouse seems to want to wait until further improvements have been made before considering any major partnerships. Of course, that would be Disney. According to insider information shared directly with Variety, Disney does not think Roblox is a safe platform at this time, and the House of Mouse is more than content to focus only on Fortnite partnerships within the gaming sphere for the time being. Disney's massive IP catalog shares a majority target audience with Roblox, which would make a team-up between the two a seemingly no-brainer. I mean, that's what I would think if it weren't for, Roblox being Roblox all over the place. However, Disney's worries about child safety on Roblox are currently pumping the brakes on any potential collaboration between the big-name brands. That hasn't stopped Roblox from joining forces with other major entertainment players, including Netflix, Lionsgate, Sega, and even Mattel. And it is worth noting that Disney has previously run campaigns on Roblox. And yet, the ongoing conversation surrounding Roblox's existing safety measures seems to be enough to keep Disney standing by the wayside and focusing on other names in gaming. While sources have directly told Variety that Disney is weary of teaming with Roblox due to concerns about child safety, it is key to remember that Disney also has a massive financial stake in Epic Games, that's undeniably pushing the company to focus on Fortnite above many others. The addition of The Simpsons to Fortnite also alone saw massive player count spikes that rivaled previous holiday events and campaigns, and the continued introduction of beloved characters from Marvel, Star Wars, and other Disney-owned brands has no doubt started to pay off for Disney's $1.5 billion investment in Epic. Both companies also tease the potential for a much larger project in the works that will allegedly result not only in new games, but entertainment universe to boot. If rumors prove true that Disney and Fortnite are working on their own sandbox gaming platform that features officially licensed Disney assets, it would potentially produce a direct rival to Roblox. Disney has already made it clear that it is happy to give fans direct access to its Rolodex of characters, with the new Disney deal with OpenAI proving that the House of Mouse wants audiences to get more directly involved in making content with Disney IPs. That sounds like a bad idea, I'm just going to say it. The company has officially stated that fan-made content using the Sora generative AI video creation tool is due to make its way to the Disney Plus streaming service, so not be surprising if Disney and Fortnite are gearing up to create their own Roblox-like sandbox platform where users can develop and share their own fan-made games featuring Disney assets. Of course, this all is speculation. I think, for one, that's a very bad idea. I don't know. The best example I can think of is, and I'm sure you can censor prompts and all that. People are really starting to crack down on that. But I don't know if y'all saw the recent episode of South Park where Butters took advantage of some AI assets to make some inappropriate content starring and featuring his ex-girlfriend. But
I'm not saying he's wrong. I understand.
Oh, believe me, he's wrong. I know you don't watch South Park, and that's okay. You don't have to. Still think, again, you're missing out. But it is.
No, I am not.
Yes, you are. Actually, the Christmas special they just came out with was actually pretty good. Really sad, but really good. I'm hoping next season's a bit longer. I'll admit, I don't love that the last two seasons not only aired in the same period, but were only 5 episodes apiece. I don't love that. Hey, Rooney DeFoxo. And honestly, even a sandbox game featuring Disney characters, I think is silly. I think you've already got. Here's what I want to see. I want to see the Fab Five, as they're referred to, in Fortnite. I want to see Mickey Mouse holding freaking AR going.
You know what I want to see in Fortnite?
What do you want to see in Fortnite?
Game has been shut down. That would be great.
I'm really proud of it. I did play a little Fortnite last week. No one was online, so I played by myself, but I got myself a couple victory royales in blitz mode.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I'm getting.
If only Fortnite did anything for anybody these days.
There we go. But yeah, so I think we haven't really gotten into it recently, but I'll go ahead and take this opportunity to say that I think Disney making a deal with OpenAI is a horrible idea. It's yet another nail in their already pretty nailed up coffin for any respect that the Disney company has garnered in its 100-year history. Because they used to be a little overprotective of their characters and their IP, and now they're just like, we don't care. And while I can say some of that overprotectiveness is, money grubbing, corporate BS, I could even attempt to argue, probably still wrong about it, but attempt to argue that it used to be for the sanctity, so to speak, of the characters and the stories themselves, and now they just don't seem to care. It's that kind of lethargy that is ruining art. I'm gonna say it. Because you can watch Snow White back from like 1939, I think it came out in. And it still holds up. Animation's still good. The songs are still cute. Story is still, it's a fairy tale. Gotta love it. And it holds up way better than a lot of modern cartoons of the day. Like, gotta say it. Alright, next up, Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight Silksong is getting a new free expansion, and it's got a release window. And most of these are coming from Game Rant. There's one that's coming from another source, but this one is Matthew O'Dwyer. Indie developer Team Cherry has revealed that it will be releasing an expansion called Sea of Sorrow for the popular Metroidvania Hollow Knight Silksong, and players will be able to get their hands on the new content for free in 2026. Hollow Knight Silksong was originally released on September 4th, 2025, and is currently available for the PlayStation 4, 5, Xboxes galore, Nintendo Switch 2, and the PC. It's no secret that 2025 has proven to be a very big year for Team Cherry as it debuted one of the most anticipated games of all time. The Metroidvania was an instant hit. Yep, we know, everyone loves Hollow Knight Silksong. I haven't played it. Muffin's played the crap out of it already. It's a good game. Mm-hmm. In a new blog post, Team Cherry shed some light on the future of Hollow Knight Silksong, which will likely come as a welcome surprise to gamers who've been curious about long-term support for the indie hit. The biggest reveal involved a major expansion called Sea of Sorrow, which will be coming sometime in 2026. In addition to revealing Sea of Sorrow for the first time, Team Cherry announced that the expansion will be added to the game for free, meaning fans will simply need to download it and start playing after release. According to the developers, the expansion will add new areas as well as fresh bosses and tools. Sea of Sorrows will feature a nautical theme, which means it will likely look and feel distinct from the game's original content. While Team Cherry hasn't shared any specific details, some fans are already wondering if this expansion could feature some content that takes place underwater, potentially shifting the way movement functions. You could almost guarantee that. It's called Sea of Sorrows. Y'all are getting some underwater levels. While the upcoming Sea of Sorrows DLC has already sparked a lot of excitement from the community on social media, Team Cherry also announced an upcoming update for the original Hollow Knight. Much like Silksong, the original Hollow Knight will be receiving an official Nintendo Switch 2 update. According to the blog, players can expect to see upgrades similar to those of Silksong on the platform. These improvements will include high frame rate modes, higher resolution, and additional graphical effects. Team Cherry shared some good news with gamers on other platforms as well, as Hollow Knight will be receiving upgrades for all current platforms, which include new features and bug fixes. You know, I can appreciate some free DLC. Yeah, hear me out. I harp about this probably way too much, but I'm probably never going to stop. Back in my day, video games were just complete. You bought the game, you put the disc in, and it was complete. So, while I understand additional DLC, you know, that is kind of, as much as I complain about it, that is one of the cooler things about online gaming and the modern state of gaming is the game doesn't have to be complete. You can add different levels, or if the developers are like, man, we really should have put that in there, or I really regret scrapping that, you can just release it as DLC. Or you could get an idea post-release that you can just throw in there. That's a really cool thing about modern gaming. And to an extent, it still does make sense to charge for it, especially if it's not something you just had in the archives. If you took extra hours and extra manpower post-release to make it, you should get paid for it. But it is a nice favor to gamers who already bought what they thought was a full game to, give them something for free. I think that's cool. So good job, Team Cherry. I'm proud of you. Here's a cookie.
Enjoy your cookies.
What do you think about this new update, Muffin? Or do you think underwater level will go well in the context of this game?
I think I'll be playing it.
Hell yeah, you will.
That's about it.
Alright. And this isn't particularly gaming related, but this is something I have talked about, and I think I have WWE 2K24 installed, unless I took it off Game Pass. Or, I don't think it was on Game Pass, it was on PlayStation Plus. But I do like me some John Cena, so we're going to talk about the fact that he has retired. And we're talking about it a little bit before recording, and I would love everyone's take on this. Pro wrestling superstar John Cena ended his 24-year WWE tenure at Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. by doing what he hadn't done in more than 20 years. He tapped out. Cena submitted to former two-time WWE heavyweight champion Gunther at Saturday night's main event in a stellar final match that had the crowd hanging on to every moment, hoping that Cena would go out with a win. Instead, Cena's tap-out signaled to fans that his time is finally over and he is going out on his terms. Cena signed with WWE in 2001 under the name The Prototype and made his SmackDown debut under his real name in a losing effort to Kurt Angle on June 27, 2002. Cena struggled as a singles wrestler until he adopted the Doctor of Thugonomics heel character that saw him perform freestyle rap and promos. Have you seen any of those promos? Oh my god, they're amazing. He went full white boy thug, and it was essential, like 2003, 2004. And he actually did go under the Doctor of Thugonomics, and his mic skills are actually pretty good, I'll say it. Eventually, Cena became one of the most beloved wrestlers on the roster and a 17-time world champion, the most world title reigns recognized by WWE. He was in the main event of WrestleMania 6 times, and he is recognized as one of the greatest professional wrestlers. After sporadic appearances as a part-time performer from 2017 to 2024, Cena announced at WWE's Money in the Bank premium live event on July 6, 2024, that he would retire from in-ring action at the end of 25. Cena's retirement tour formally began at the Royal Rumble in January when he was eliminated by Jey Uso. Cena stunned the wrestling world by turning heel for the first time since 2003 at the Elimination Chamber on March 1st. I remember that. He eventually won his 17th World Championship by defeating Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship at WrestleMania in April. I also remember that. Love me some Cody Rhodes. The heel turn was short-lived as Cena dropped the bad guy gimmick and the title to Rhodes at SummerSlam in August. I missed that. Apparently I missed that. I remember him dropping the bad guy gimmick. That was a very, very short heel turn he took. But I didn't realize he'd surrendered the title to Rhodes. Yeah, so this goes over... Okay, we're not talking about Logan Paul. Anyways, after wrestling Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles, and Sami Zayn, a tournament was announced to decide who Cena's last opponent would be at Saturday night's main event. Cena won and lost the Intercontinental Championship to Dominic Mysterio while waiting for the tournament to conclude, making him a Grand Slam champion. Gunther won the tournament and submitted Cena with a sleeper hold in a match that lasted just under 25 minutes. During the closing stretch, Gunther relentlessly kept Cena in the sleeper hold as fans voiced their support for their hero. However, Cena finally tapped out as fans stared in disbelief, with some shedding tears. Those in the WWE locker room came out to celebrate Cena as WWE World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk and undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes handed their belts to Cena to salute the retiring wrestler. Triple H Levesque presented Cena with a video package. Rather than give his speech, Cena left his wristbands and shoes in the ring, walked up the entrance ramp, turned and gave one last salute to the camera and fans. What a way to go out. I was kind of complaining earlier about the tap out, but I don't know. Seems like a fine way to go. If that's how he wanted to go out, I guess that's how he wanted to go out. Can't really argue that. Oh, hey, Arash28. What's up? I think I know you. Yeah, I actually I bring this up also because, again, like, it's kind of a big deal, you know? John Cena retired, and he had a big old match. Yes, I thought that was you, and thank you, girlie! It's good to see you! I hope you're doing well as well. It's an old friend of mine from high school.
Oh, hello, friend from high school.
And you're very sweet. Oh, yes, thank you! Thank you for the early birthday wish, girlie. I'll message you later. We need to catch up. We need to catch up real bad. Let's see. Yeah, another interesting thing I did, like, other than kind of sidestepping his retirement, which, again, great career right there. Again, he's been champion so many times, and he's a funny guy, good wrestler, and he's an amazing actor, too. Again, if y'all haven't seen Peacemaker yet, y'all gotta see it. Fantastic show. Yeah. Also, something else I didn't bring up, but maybe I should, is there's a Street Fighter movie coming out, and Cody Rhodes looks like he's following the footsteps of many other wrestlers, including Cena that came before him, going a bit into acting, and he's playing Guile, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. And he looks good. Let me look this up real quick. Street Fighter movie 2026 cast. There it is. I just want to see the pictures. Now I've got an inappropriate song. What was that super? Here we go. These are the photos. Center it a little bit better. There we go. All right. There we go. We've got David. I don't know most of these actors, I'll admit, but I'm here for. David Dasmalshin, apologies if I butchered that, is playing... I can't read that. I don't know. Let me pull up the IMDb page proper so I can read it correctly. M. Bison. That's why I couldn't read it. It's M. Bison. There we go. Okay. Then we've got Andrew Koji as Ryu. Oliver Reiters or Richters as Zangief. Thank you. We got 50 Cent's in it. Oh, 50 Cent is Balrog, so it's cool to see him get into acting. I think he's acted in movies before, I just haven't seen him in anything in a while. Akuma by Roman Reigns, also a WWE wrestler getting into acting. He's probably, again, already been in movies, but I don't follow Roman Reigns all that much. Maybe I should start. Jason Momoa, looking not like Jason Momoa at all, which I love. Which, again, I like him and stuff, but I also prefer it when they actually transform into the role. Let's see, his name... Blanca. Sorry, the way they have this set up is really cool, but kind of hard to read. There we go, Guile, my man's Cody Rhodes. Which actually, a lot of people were joking about his casting in this movie, because if you've ever seen him in the ring or in interviews, he does have a slight lisp. So people are like, are they just going to fix that in post, or...
No, they're just going to let him raw dog the lisp.
Or it's possible maybe he had a dialect coach that could work with him. Maybe he's doing a totally different voice. Maybe he saw a speech therapist who can kind of help him work around it. It's actually a fun fact I learned in one of my earlier speech-language pathology classes back in Georgia was, actually, you know how Marilyn Monroe, she always talked kind of like this in a very breathy voice. It's because she had a speech impediment, and that's a way to kind of work around it.
I did not know that. I'm so glad that I know that now.
Fun facts. I doubt they're going to make this big tough guy in the Street Fighter movie talk like this, but there's other ways to work around it.
Yeah, just don't have a lisp. Problem solved.
Joe being played by Alex Volkanovsky. I wonder if that's anything. Is that like, again, I'm sorry, apologies for my lack of Street Fighter lore, but all I think about when I see Joe, again, he looks like kind of a goofball, which I'm here for. And I want to say he's Glass Joe, but I know that's actually from Punch-Out and not Street Fighter. But that's all I can think of is, bonjour, hello, my name is Glass Joe. I'm the toughest French boxer that y'all ever gonna know. Have you ever...
I've never heard that before.
It's from I was referencing Starbomb song about Glass Joe, it's called Glass Joe's title fight. It's funny as hell. Andrew Schultz is in it, which I find interesting, as Dan Hibiki. Hiroki Goto is E. Honda. Orville Peck as Vega. I don't know anything about Orville Peck. I just know he's famous. I think he does singing. I know he was in Cabaret as the MC for a little bit during its revival, I think on the West End. And he wears a mask everywhere. So I guess he was kind of a no-brainer because he does have very expressive eyes, as you can see. So that's cool, I guess. Cammy, Mel Jornsen. They found a gorgeous person to play Cammy, so... Again, I think in the original Street Fighter movie, she was played by Mila Jovovich, so... she's a fine reboot, I guess. Would be I don't know if that's a nice way to put it, but that's how I'm putting it. Noah Centineo as Ken is an interesting casting choice to me. Because he's one of those guys... He got his start in... I want to say it was like the 2010s-ish era of like YouTube shorts and TikTok and Musical.ly and all that. And he's been in a couple rom-coms. Not gotten very good reviews. I haven't seen him myself, but from what I can tell, he was cast in a lot of those movies for being pretty and being famous on the internet. I have not heard many good things about his acting chops, but he was cast in this as Ken, so I guess maybe this is what I would assume, just based on... He actually does have a good facial expression here. I want to say he was cast because he wants to prove he can act. And I guess he proved to this casting director that he can, so we'll find out next year when the movie comes out. Reina Vallandigham as Julie. Good, gorgeous. Vidyut Jamwal, Dee Halcyon, Kalina Leong as Chun-Li. I almost said Hun-Li, but that C is really big, so Chun-Li. And I'm hit or miss on Eric Andre and stuff, but he's a loudmouth, so Don Savage seems to be a good role for him. And that's the new cast of Street Fighter. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I just saw this Earl Girl. Let's see. Think Death Race, but hand-to-hand combat and weapons. I'll have to look it up. What's it called again? It's not letting me scroll. There we go. It's scrolling. Arena. I'll make a note on my little... I got ramen noodle stickies that you can't really read anything on, but I'll still make a note of it. Where's my pen? I'll put it on my phone or something, but I'll definitely... I've been liking action movies, so... Thank you for the recommendation. And I'm doing real good. Thanks for popping in, girly. Anyways, I got a little more in-depth than that I meant to, but I'm here for it. Anyways, we got a couple other things to discuss still, so we'll get into that. If I can get that right. There we go. Fallout 4 releases new update for December 2025, and fans are not happy. Now, I just kind of went off on a long analysis of the cast, but I don't know. Muffin, you said earlier that you would also not be happy about a Fallout 4 update, and why is that, Muffin?
It's Fallout 4. And it's another one of those, just cash grab things. It's just... more and more stuff that nobody's really asking for, but it's being put out for whatever reason.
How long has this game been out? Because I'm just wondering why they don't just put out a new Fallout game.
Again, another thing that we don't need.
I stopped to play Fallout, any of them. But I guess Tuesdays...
Really, you can stop after playing New Vegas. You don't have to play anything else.
That's what I keep hearing. New Vegas was very well received. Let's see. Last month, Bethesda launched Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition. That's why, because they had to put out the Anniversary Edition. To celebrate the game's 10th anniversary, that answers my other question, and it didn't go quite as planned. Despite bringing all the game's DLC and over 150 Creation Club items into one package, there were tons of problems with mods, specifically the Creations menu, leading to plenty of frustrated players online. This pretty quickly devolved into Fallout 4 being review bombed on Steam by angry gamers. Are you wanting to be held? He's stomping his little feet. I think he wants to be held. This pretty quickly devolved into Fallout 4 being review bombed on Steam by angry gamers who let Bethesda hear their feelings in the best way they knew how. Bethesda swiftly responded with a small update roadmap as it looked to get Anniversary Edition back into working order. This latest Fallout 4 patch is one such update, but it fails to add a feature Xbox gamers have been looking forward to for a while now. What are you doing? He's being really sweet is what he's doing. Bethesda posted the patch notes online for the December 2025 Fallout update. At a glance, it does seem to address many of the issues that arose when Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition was released, including solving issues with the missing Creation Bundles add-on for Steam. The game will now also recognize Creation Club content when loading save files from older builds of Fallout 4. On top of this, the patch notes also claim to have resolved crashes related to downloading creations, which Bethesda highlights was particularly prevalent on PlayStation 4 and 5. There are a bunch of other fixes addressing minor issues, making it a small but important update for Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition. Sorry, it was the tweet. I love it. No mod storage increase, but we can get another Skyrim port. And while it's good to see Bethesda attempting to fix the stuff it managed to break with Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition, many Xbox Series XS players aren't happy. The update is still missing the 100GB mod storage expansion, which is set to massively increase the number of Fallout 4 mods players can download on Xbox. For context, the current cap is just 2GB, so it'll be a very substantial increase when it does arrive. In the patch notes, Bethesda acknowledges that it's been one of the top requests from players, and says it was a goal of ours to launch storage expansion on console this year. However, it does admit that while the team has made progress, we need a little more time to roll this out for console players, and we'll need to wait until the new year. Gamers Online were quick to react to the disappointing news on X, with players suggesting that Bethesda should stop promising if you can't deliver. Another user joked that while they can't get a mod storage increase for Fallout 4, the developer still managed to release another Skyrim port in that time. As it stands, players aren't really happy, and their patience is already wearing thin into the new year. Hopefully the developer is able to quickly sort this out next year, and gamers aren't left hanging for more mod space in 2026. And that's that on the Fallout 4 update.
So nothing truly important out of the entire Fallout 4. I can see why people aren't happy about it. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah. Looks kind of like they dropped the ball really hardcore for what reason. Yeah. All right, sorry. Oh, yeah. No, I want to talk about that. All right, we've got a comment from Rockstar about the GTA 6 developer firings. Rockstar Games has addressed the recent wave of Grand Theft Auto 6 developer firings, sharpening its official explanation for why the staff were dismissed with more detailed allegations, all of which the union involved in the case denies. The central issue of the ongoing dispute is whether GTA 6 developers were fired for trying to unionize or because they leaked company secrets. The late October 2025 purge resulted in 34 terminations, with 31 employees based in the UK and the remaining 3 at the game maker's Toronto studio. At the time, Rockstar said that GTA 6 developers were fired for leaking company secrets via a private Discord server operated by the Independent Workers' Union of Great Britain. The IWGB rejected that claim as baseless, retorting that the firings were a clear case of union busting. A subsequent report by People Make Games interviewing on IWGB rep revealed Slack messages that may have gotten some GTA 6 developers fired, including examples of a staffer posting an auto-generated transcription of an email on Slack policy changes and possible violation of company policies. GTA 6 devs were allegedly fired for leaking game features from upcoming and unannounced titles. Rockstar has now suggested the firings had nothing to do with GTA 6 developers discussing the recent partial ban on Slack emoji use, while also rejecting the allegations of union-busting activities. Rockstar Games took action against a small group of individuals across the UK and internationally who distributed and discussed confidential information, including specific game features from upcoming and unannounced titles, in a public forum, in breach of company policy and their legal obligations, a company representative told IGN. Claims that these dismissals were linked to union membership or activities are entirely false and misleading. Rockstar also alleges that the IWGB Discord server included a game journalist and an employee from another developer among its members. This company maintains that only staff who were found to have discussed confidential information were dismissed, noting that there are others who spoke favorably about union membership on the server but remain employed, as they were not found to have violated company policy. Rockstar also confirmed prior reports that the situation was brought to its attention by other employees who were members of the Discord, but were concerned only by their colleagues' actions after seeing the alleged leaks. The case was recently brought to the attention of the Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, who described it as deeply concerning and suggested the British government is going to investigate the GTA 6 developer firings. Says they have rejected the latest allegations. It says here, the communications officer for the IWGB, Jake Thomas, rejected Rockstar's latest allegations, addressing the claim that game features were leaked on the Discord server. He said the union is not even aware of what they could be referring to. Regarding the mention of a game journalist being involved, Thomas clarified that the individual in question had previously written a couple of articles for a paper, but is a union representative and game worker who participated in the server in that capacity. He added that the same applied to every member of the server's Rockstar employee channel, where prospective union members were able to learn about union membership, and was not a Rockstar employee. In a separate statement, the IWGB said that Rockstar's latest statement is littered with falsehoods and disinformation, accusing the company of trying to reverse engineer justification for firing GTA 6 developers by giving multiple conflicting reasons for the October 2025 dismissals. Hey mailman, thanks for popping in and sending some gifts. Thank you. So here's my thing about this little statement. If there were actual company secrets shared, that does kind of put the employees that were fired in hot water. But I see already some of the conflicting statements. Because first, someone's saying, well, it was a private server, only for Rockstar employees. And now it's public with a reporter involved. And also, this wasn't union busting, there were trade secrets shared. But if it was a private server only available to Rockstar employees, that I thought was the space to discuss those secrets. Also, why wouldn't you use something, I don't know, like Microsoft Teams or something a little bit more private? But
Microsoft Teams is not private.
That's not? There you go. Shows how much I know. Well, then, you can lock the servers, so I think both sides are going to have to provide some damning screenshots of the conversations that actually took place with proper context, and we'll see how this turns out. But it's I'm willing to place my bets on it was union busting. I'm still on that side. Because at first I was like, oh crap, Rockstar just came in with receipts, but they didn't. They came with a contradictory statement. So,
do they ever come back with receipts?
Probably not, though.
I don't think they do.
Probably not, but here's the thing about it, too, is I think the court of public opinion has really ruined a lot of lawsuits and litigations. So the fact we haven't seen receipts yet, I think is proper, because those receipts, aka evidence, is supposed to be placed in the court. So present it to the court first, get your fair trial, get all that stuff going, and then release it to the public. That is generally how that's supposed to work. Because, yeah, that's it. There's no because, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's actually why I think, I don't know if it's still ongoing. I think it actually just got continued, but I haven't gone into it, and I'm not going to go into it. But there's a high-profile lawsuit or trial impending between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively, where I think Justin Baldoni or his team, Wayfarer, whoever is, doing that stuff, They made a whole website with, like, receipts, a timeline of events, and other stuff pertaining to their lawsuit. And the fact that they did that, I think, may have bungled their case, which, again, it kind of sucks to suck, but that's why you handle things in court first before going to the public opinion. Because if you don't agree with the outcome, freedom of speech, at least in the U.S., it allows you to be like, well, this was BS. These were my receipts, and this was my evidence, and the jury was biased. The judge was corrupt. I'm allowed to say these things because this is America. But, and also, I lost. but
everybody's always a sore loser.
Not always. I know after the high profile was it Johnny Depp and Amber Heard thing, Amber Heard moved to Spain, but she was not happy about losing that lawsuit. But I would probably also move to Spain.
She was.
I think I'd also move to Spain if I were in her position because, I just lost a high profile domestic violence case against a big name actor and everyone on the internet and in my, anyone who sees me on the street. I'm getting a bunch of ire from. So I would also probably move somewhere where people are less familiar with me. Like, I get it. Alright, this is a rumor, but if it's true, could be freaking awesome, that there's a new alien survival horror game leaked. Which I still haven't beat Alien Isolation. Maybe it's possible, I haven't gotten past the first stage of Duke Nukem, so I might put this on the back burner until I beat Alien Isolation. Or I'll give it its own night. I don't know yet, but I want to beat Alien Isolation. And which, so far, is so good on that game. It's very, very well done. Over 4.5 decades since Ridley Scott's iconic sci-fi horror film Alien made its debut in theaters, the franchise is still going surprisingly strong, with an alleged leak teasing a brand new alien survival horror game set to drop in 2028. A variety of Alien video games have been released over the years to varying degrees of popularity and success, and the modern resurgence of horror classics seems to be playing in favor of another fresh jaunt through the terrors of space. Well, that, and there's a new show on Hulu, Alien Earth, right? Alien Earth? I still haven't watched past the first episode, goodness. We do have some rumored details. According to the alleged inside sources speaking directly with Insider Gaming, a new game in the Alien franchise is currently in development at Eidos Montreal, the studio that worked on games like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Deus Ex Human Revolution, and the 2014 iteration of Thief. Documents claim to list 3 separate characters who appear in the game, with main protagonist Aubrey, potential villain Ryuzo, and the mysterious Ripley 8. Further details show that the upcoming Alien title will feature a blend of different gameplay mechanics that encompass combat, platforming, and puzzle solving. Aubrey is said to have a grappling hook and a pair of magnetic boots, among other items and tools, though it is unclear if these will be specifically for platforming or if they also prove helpful with combat and puzzles. Similar to Alien Isolation, I hate those eggs. God, they're so brilliant, but they're so gross.
The facehuggers aren't that bad.
But watching them hatch out of those eggs every movie, it's necessary, but not my favorite.
What I think is pretty cool is to see the evolution between all the different films.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. Again, I've only seen the main 4 releases and the first 2 Predator movies. I don't know if I watched anything past Predator 2, but I do want to watch, all the rest of them because I quite like them. Oh, also Alien vs. Predator 1 and 2. Yeah, good movies. Yeah. Similar to Alien Isolation, this new rumored Alien experience is said to utilize a player tracking... Don't chew on my headset. A player tracking xenomorph AI system that will allow the titular alien to adapt and react based on player actions throughout the game. However, the xenomorphs will not be the only enemies for players to fight against, as Spec Ops units will also be hunting the players down as they try to survive aboard a decaying spaceship. The game overall has been described as a single-player arcade survival horror that is best summed up as Shadow of the Tomb Raider with xenomorphs. As such, players will need to utilize a mix of problem-solving, stealth navigation, tactical combat, resource management, machinery repair, and even do code cracking to overcome all the challenges lying ahead. One important note is that while the studio is aiming for a 2028 release, the game is still deep in development. There's always a possibility of major changes could be made prior to an actual launch, which itself could possibly be delayed, if needed. A final tantalizing morsel for longtime franchise fans is that the original Ripley actress Sigourney Weaver has been reached out to about potentially reprising her role for the new Alien game, though nothing beyond a first approach has come to fruition yet. I think that'd be really cool if Sigourney came back for that. Okay, you haven't seen Alien 3 or 4 yet?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, then I won't spoil anything, but would be interesting to see Ripley come back. That's... Oh my god, especially after Alien 4, just... Alright. Second to last, why is McDonald's tweeting about video games all of a sudden? Thought this was an interesting thing. Okay, yep, this goes into our next story too, so we can just kind of wrap this up in a neat little bow. Over on social media, some McDonald's customers have begun to question why the popular fast food restaurant suddenly started posting about video games. And while the posts might seem random, they likely have everything to do with the Game Awards. Every year, the gaming industry sets aside an evening for the Game Awards, an event designed to acknowledge and celebrate the accomplishments of those who work tirelessly to create memorable experiences in the medium. The Game Awards isn't the only award show that recognizes the hard work and dedication that goes into creating these titles, but it is one of the biggest. There were quite a few winners at the Game Awards, but nothing took home as many trophies as Claire Obscure Expedition 33. After being nominated for 12 awards in total, 3 of which were in Best Performance, Sandfall Interactive's debut title took home 9 trophies, including the coveted Game of the Year award. Other contenders for Game of the Year included Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hollow Knight Silksong, Hades 2, and Death Stranding 2. In addition to celebrating the best game of 2025, gamers also spend quite a bit of time looking forward to the show, as it often contains a wide variety of trailers, reveals, and announcements. And yes, McDonald's did tweet, "Congrats to the Game of the Year, Claire Obscured Expedition 33. I want to look at this picture a little close up, because I want to see what those receipts on the bag say. French vanilla latte, big breakfast hotcakes, hash browns. Oh, they're just the orders of these 2 characters. Interesting. Let's see, they also have a Witcher tweet here. Geralt and Ciri, I guess, having big breakfasts with extra bacon. Medallions humming, let's get this to go, The Witcher. Yeah, and while the sudden trend seemed completely random to some, it made total sense to others, as December 11th was also the date of the Game Awards. The posts didn't exclusively focus on games from 2025, but quite a few recent titles were featured, such as Death Stranding 2, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Ghost of Yotei, and Silent Hill F. McDonald's finally directly acknowledged the event when it posted a tweet congratulating Claire Obscure for winning Game of the Year. That same post also revealed that Esquier, I don't care about their McDonald's orders. Well, McDonald's wasn't the only account outside the gaming industry offering congratulations, as the official account for Major League Baseball also celebrated Claire Obscure Expedition 33's win. In that case, the MLB account shared an image of a player with the number 33 on their uniform. The post read, "For those who come after," referencing a common quote from the game that emphasized the importance of setting up future expeditions for success. While it might be unusual to see sports organizations and fast food restaurants suddenly tweeting about a video game, many fans have enjoyed seeing the positivity and excitement surrounding the Game Awards. And I think this is all about, Claire Obscure even got congratulations from the French President Emmanuel Macron because they won, again, I think 11.
Yeah, they won a lot.
They won 11 awards at the Game Awards. And that article doesn't, again, I think it's a think piece. So it doesn't really answer the question of why McDonald's is suddenly tweeting about it. And it's easy to answer that question. They're trying to attract, the gamer audience. Just, for years, the gamer fuel has been, well, now you have G Fuel. A bunch of energy drinks like G Fuel and Dubby and other ones that are directed, gamer sups that are directed, for gamers, by gamers, so to speak. But prior to all that wave, Gamer Fuel used to just be Doritos and Mountain Dew. And
Yeah.
with so many people, I feel like there's a lot of people nowadays you're being cute, not buying into fast food. And McDonald's definitely, even if you're getting fast food, McDonald's is not the juggernaut that it used to be. There's, a million other fast food restaurants, particularly like Taco Bell is a big one people are all about. People are really into Wendy's nowadays, especially with their sassy social media account. So the answer is they're trying to get popular with gamers. I think they want to be like, oh man, I'm gaming tonight, better get my McDonald's. Like, people aren't doing that, and people want them to, particularly those who work at McDonald's. Right. Put these faces back up. A little guy wanted to be here for the outro. Or maybe he's just mad I'm not going to bed with him. But either way, I want to know what... He gets so grumpy, but he has slept plenty and fine, so... I want to know what y'all think about Claire Obscure winning so many game awards. Again, my favorite thing about them winning so many awards... Again, I haven't played the game myself. That's another game I want to play in the new year. A lot of people started playing it since it won. Basically citing, did it deserve Game of the Year? Let's find out. So it would be punctual of me, right? That's not the word I wanted, it's the word that came to mind. Start playing that game to celebrate its win and figure out if it was worth the award. if it should have lost against, say, Silksong, which I know a lot of people really wanted to win Game of the Year. But I don't know what y'all think about Claire Obscure sweeping the Game Awards or anything else that we talked about on all of our socials. We're on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Let us know what you think, and be sure to, subscribe to all of our stuff. Following is free. Though if you subscribe, you don't get ads. So there is always that. That's at Linktree/GFA Entertainment. Or if you like seeing this stuff live, you should follow my Twitch, I'm on Twitch, I'm on Kick, I'm on TikTok, anywhere streaming can be seen, I'm there. So you should definitely follow me at all my things, which can be found on BritishShell.com or BritishShell.card.co. Also, there's
you can
puppies.
find me at Linktree/MuffinSincere. Just make sure to pop on all of our pages and follow us.
Yes, please. Especially as we get into the new year. Make your resolution to not miss any of my streams. Or his streams. Until next time, thank you so much for watching and or listening to another episode of Ginger Force Apocalypse, the podcast. And keep fapping, folks.